Well, the Washington Commanders just lost the 49ers 27-10 and fall to 4-12 on the season. But we got some great news. The Cardinals beat the Philadelphia Eagles, so that has a lot of implications on the Commanders' 2024 draft pick. And we're really, really close to 12,000 subscribers, guys. And I'm sure a couple of you guys aren't subscribed, so just hit that subscribe button. I'm trying to get to 12,000 before the end of the year, so we only got like 8 hours left, so please help me do that. And it's free, it's quick, and yeah, also with that like button and the notification bell as well. Well, not a surprising result at all. The Commanders lose 27-10 against the San Francisco 49ers, but this was one of their more competitive games in a while, even though it was 17 points. I mean, I guess last week was competitive, but, at least in the first half, it was somewhat close. It was 13-10 going into halftime. The Commanders' offense was playing well. The defense was playing solid. And, at the end of the day, the defense wasn't terrible, especially considering how many starters they had out. Benjamin St-Juste, Kendall Fuller. Derek Force has been out for a while. And then Jamin Davis is out. Like, so many different starters. And they allowed 27 points to a pretty good offense. I'm not going to, they shouldn't be taking... be super, super happy about it. Like, I actually was a little upset when Sam Darnold, bobbled it at the end. And then KJ Henry, he just touched him down. And that counts as a sack on the books, on the stat sheet. But, he's gritting off the field. You're down 17 with 3 minutes left. Come on now. That was ridiculous to me. That was absolutely ridiculous to me. And a lot of the guys do that. Benjamin St-Juste and Emmanuel Forbes are the kings of celebrating when they either did nothing or getting, absolutely killed in the game. Sam Howell said, and we'll get to the draft pick a little bit later. It's still a fluid situation, but looks like the Commanders will at minimum be 3, maybe even 2, and the Cowboys will be trying. I'm going to make a whole video on that because I'm really excited about that. Having the number 2 overall pick, possibly, that's really exciting. That's really exciting when it's a good quarterback class. Howell did not do himself any favors. And I said I don't think anything he's going to do is really going to change the mind of the GM in terms of, okay, am I not going to take a quarterback or am I going to take one? But he did not do himself any favors. 17-28, 169 passing yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. The 2 interceptions were not great. He did get hit a little bit. I didn't see it. To be honest, I was paying attention to fantasy and some other bets I made, but so I wasn't, paying attention a ton to the game, especially after the play was over. I didn't see that he got hit. It is what it is, but the interceptions weren't great. There was also one that was dropped by, I think it was the guy who got a pick later. So Sam Howell didn't have a great game. He had a good first half, though, balling. And I don't know, man, I'm done with Bieniemy. I've been done with the Bieniemy, but you have a guy in Brian Robinson who's balling out, 9 carries, 44 yards, and he's averaging 5 yards a carry. You only give him 9 carries. And then also what was really frustrating is you're down at the 1 yard line. You're at the 1 yard line and you have a guy that's averaging 5 yards a carry and you do a screen pass right at the line of scrimmage and you lose a yard. That was ridiculous. That was absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what Eric Bieniemy was thinking. And then they stopped the 49ers the next drive after that sack by, quote unquote, sack by KJ Henry. And they run it on the first play. Now you're running it. That was just really annoying. Ron Rivera's clock management, as usual, is bad. Terry had 61 yards in the first half. He was a beast, had a nice catch, beat his man off the line, and then his touchdown was good too. Good to see him getting some numbers. Hopefully he gets over 1,000 yards. It's going to be kind of close, but I think if he has a good week next week, he'll do it. And he got a touchdown too, so solid day, I guess, 16.1 fantasy points. Curtis Samuel's all right. Jahan Dotson, man, no catches. It's been not a great year for Jahan. And they didn't pass a lot. We weren't on offense a ton, only 17 completions, but still, Jahan Dotson, no catches. That's just not great. And Brian Robinson, though, I want to give him props. He's a beast. 9 carries, 44 yards, and then also had 4 catches for 32 yards on 4 targets. He's just an absolute beast. He's been the best player on offense this year. I really think so. And he's a good running back. He's been really good as a receiving back. I really like him. And the offensive line wasn't bad today. It wasn't bad. Trent Scott, I know he had 3 penalties, but I thought he did really well against Nick Bosa. Nick Bosa didn't get a sack. Defensively, again, no one really played terribly. David Mayo had a couple, good plays. Jonathan Allen had some good plays. Emmanuel Forbes had, he had one good play. He also got beat a couple times, but, or he got a big catch on him from Ayuk, but that wasn't terrible coverage. Ayuk just made a nice catch, and it was a great throw by Brock Purdy, who had an amazing game. A lot of people call him a game manager, but he makes a lot of big plays. Quan Martin had some big hit. He had a big hit on George Kittle. I thought he had a decent game. Christian Holmes, that was a scary situation. I think he's fine. They said concussion. I don't know. He's a really nice guy. Met him at training camp, was talking a lot, and he had it was really nice to the fans. And he had a nice pass breakup early on in the game. I like him a lot. Byron Pringle, I guess, had a nice special teams play. KJ Henry made some plays. I guess they don't count that. I guess they don't technically count that as a sack. But yeah, I was not when he was getting off the field, I was like, what are you doing, bro? Dron Payne didn't really do much. Ridgeway, so that's kind of it there. Joey Slough was fine. Tressway had some nice punts. And yeah, back to Howell. I mean, he's not going to be a starting quarterback next year. There's just no way. He might be the back. I mean, he'll probably be the backup, and I think he can be a good backup in a while. Or I think he can be, at minimum, a good backup in the NFL for a long time. Maybe still a starter. He was put in a very unfortunate situation this week, starting after you're told you're not going to start and you need to sit back and watch and learn. And the first half was good. The second half was disastrous. And you could see how frustrated he was on the sideline and just upset at himself. And I feel that. And I feel for him. It's unfortunate, but the Commanders are going to have the number 2 or number 3 overall pick. So, Sam Howell's not going to. They're going to take a quarterback. They're either going to take Drake May, Caleb Williams. Yeah, probably Drake May or Caleb Williams, honestly, because the Bears are winning, and Justin Fields look good. They might not take a QB, so we could trade up to them to 1 and get Caleb, or take Drake at 2, or maybe Caleb goes at 2. We have a lot of different scenarios here, which I'm really excited about. I'm excited about that more than anything is the Commanders' draft status, because being at number 2, which is what they're at right now. Again, we'll make a full video on that and what everything that needs to happen for them to stay at the number 2 overall pick. But the Cowboys won yesterday, and the Eagles lost. So the Cowboys, if they win against us, they're winning the division. So they're going to be trying. They will be trying for sure. And again, yeah, just great news for the Commanders. I mean, I'm going to be rooting for the Cardinals for a long time. I mean, we're going to owe them for that win there. And yeah, the thing that's good though is it doesn't really affect the Cardinals too much in terms of, okay, they're going to get the player they wanted anyways. They're probably going to draft Marvin Harrison, but they just might not get that trade capital that they would have gone. But, Gibson was solid today. Back to the game. Gibson was solid, 4 for 20. He did drop a pass or two. Let's see. Yeah, he dropped 1 or 2 passes, as a receiving back. And I think Brian Robinson at this point I think he's a better receiving back than Gibson in terms of, I think Gibson runs better routes and makes some tougher catches, but more so makes better routes. But I think runs better routes, but Brian Robinson's hands overall are much better, and he after the catch he's really good too. He runs through people, so I like him. The tight ends really didn't do much today. Logan Thomas 3 for 20. I mean, John Bates had a catch at the end of the game, and it's like, what are you doing there? What are you doing? It's 4th and 9. You gotta throw something up and take a chance. You can't be doing that. And let's see. I mean, yeah, Cody Barton had some plays. Kalik was solid. A lot of guys, though, I don't need these guys back. A lot of these guys, it is what it is. Tariq Castro Fields got hurt. So we have a lot of holes. Offensive line, a lot of holes there. Could add, receiver, we might need to add one. Depends on what happens with Curtis. We want to bring him back. Running back, I think we're fine. Maybe you bring in draft a guy in the 5th, 6th round that's a little quick and shifty. And then defensively, you need DNs, you need linebackers, you need another corner or two, and maybe even another safety. I mean, it's not great. It's not great at all. But yeah, I mean, honestly, Ken, there's nothing much. I don't think you guys want me to recap the game. I mean, I talked about a little bit of it. There's not a lot to say. And besides the good news that the Commanders will have, as long as they lose next week, which should happen, they'll, knock on wood, they'll have a top 2 pick in this, or they'll have the number 2 pick, maybe 3, depending on strength of schedule. But yeah, have a happy, good New Year's Eve, and good start to the new year next year. And again, I would really, really appreciate it if you guys could just hit that subscribe button, get me to 12K, especially if you guys are new. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.